Do you ever stop talking about other people? He asked, his voice firm. Sophia turned to him, surprised. I'm just telling the truth, Alex. She's more focused on school than gossip, unlike some people. Alex interrupted. His tone was calm but sharp. He walked over to Emily's table and sat down, flashing her a kind smile. Hi, Emily. Do you mind if I join you? The cafeteria fell silent. Everyone stared, including Sophia, who clenched her fists under the table. Of course, Emily said, offering a small smile. Thanks. Sophia watched as Alex spoke with Emily. Her jealousy burned. How could he, of all people, pay attention to someone like her? She had tried and failed on several occasions to get Alex's attention. A few weeks later, the school held its annual charity event, a chance for students to show off their wealth and generosity. Each class was tasked with raising funds, and individual donations were announced at the event. Sophia saw it as the perfect opportunity to shine. When it was her turn, she stood confidently on the stage. I'd like to donate $5 million to the school's charity fund, she said, smiling proudly. The crowd erupted in applause. Students whispered about how generous and wealthy Sophia must be. She returned to her seat, basking in the admiration. Vanessa and James, her closest friends, showered her with compliments. That's amazing, Sophia, Vanessa, a sassy young woman who has done nothing but try to get on Sophia's good side, said, flipping her hair. Nobody can match your generosity. Absolutely, James added, giving her an admiring look. You're the star of the school now. James, despite his conflicted nature, admires Sophia's wealth and harbors feelings for her, hence trying to always get her to notice him. Later, when the next round of donations was announced, everyone was shocked to hear another name, Emily Okocha. Emily has donated $5 million, the principal announced. The room fell silent. Heads turned toward Emily, who sat quietly at the back of the hall, her expression calm. Where did she get that kind of money? One Vanessa whispered. Sophia's jaw tightened. She quickly leaned over to Vanessa and James. Oh, please. Do you know how she got that money? She probably seduced Alex. He's been spending time with her, hasn't he? Vanessa gasped, covering her mouth dramatically. You're probably right, Sophia. That's so low. James smirked. She's not fooling anyone. Alex must have paid for her donation. The gossip spread like wildfire. By the end of the day, students were whispering that Emily had sold herself to Alex to match Sophia's donation. Sophia made sure to look smug whenever she heard the rumors, relishing the damage she was causing. Despite the whispers, Emily held her head high. Her focus remained on her goals, but she couldn't deny that the constant judgment was beginning to weigh on her. Alex noticed and continued to support her, but Sophia wasn't done. With Vanessa and James by her side, she was determined to make sure Emily stayed in the shadows. The week was buzzing with excitement as James, Sophia's new friend, announced he was throwing a house party. Only the elite and the admired were invited, and naturally Sophia was at the top of the list. Will you be there, Sophia? James asked her during lunch, leaning casually on the table. Sophia tilted her head with a playful smile. I'll try, James. I've been thinking of flying out to Dubai for the weekend. You know how stressful it is balancing school and travel. She sighed dramatically, making sure everyone around heard her. But maybe I'll use our family's private jet to fly back in time. I wouldn't want to miss your party. James grinned. You're amazing, Sophia. It wouldn't be the same without you. Vanessa chimed in, her voice full of admiration. Sophia, you're too much. A private jet just to make it to a party. You're such a queen. Sophia soaked in the compliments, imagining how the students would talk about her wealth long after the party. In her mind, her place as the school's star was secure. The next morning, as students gathered at the school gate, Sophia's voice could be heard arguing loudly with someone outside. Curious, a few students glanced over, only to see her standing in front of a modestly dressed woman holding a basket of food. I told you not to come here, Sophia hissed, glancing around nervously. What if someone sees you? The woman, her face weary but kind, pleaded softly. Sophia, I just wanted to bring you some homemade food. You've been looking thin lately, my child. Sophia snatched the basket and pushed it back toward her. I don't want it, and stop calling me that. Just leave before someone notices. The woman hesitated, her voice breaking. Sophia, I'm doing everything I can for you. You know how hard it was for me to convince Mr. Okocha to let you study here. Please, don't be ashamed of me." The students nearby began whispering, unsure of who the woman was. Sophia's eyes darted around anxiously. She stepped closer to the woman, lowering her voice but still filled with anger. "I told you to leave. You're embarrassing me. Just go." When the woman didn't move fast enough, Sophia pushed her. The woman stumbled backward, falling to the ground. Emily, who had just arrived on her bicycle, froze at the sight. Her heart ached for the woman and boiled with anger at Sophia. She quickly dropped her bike and rushed over to help. "Are you okay, ma'am?" Emily asked gently, helping the woman to her feet. She turned to Sophia, her voice firm. "How could you treat an elderly woman like this?" Sophia glared at Emily, her mind racing as she saw James and a few other students approaching. Without hesitation, she pointed at the woman and sneered. "Oh, don't act so righteous, Emily. Isn't this your mother? Why don't you keep her away from the school gates?" Emily's jaw tightened. "My mother would never be treated like this because I respect her. What's your excuse?" The crowd murmured in confusion, unsure of who to believe. Sophia took a step back, her expression icy. "You can't fool anyone, Emily. Stop pretending to be better than you are." Emily ignored Sophia's taunts and turned back to the woman, who was still brushing dust off her dress. "Let me help you, ma'am," she said softly, guiding her to a bench nearby. "Thank you, my dear," the woman whispered. "I didn't mean to cause trouble." Emily smiled reassuringly. "You didn't cause any trouble." Sophia watched the scene from a distance, her stomach churning. Her mother's modest appearance will not match the wealth she had been pretending to have. She couldn't let anyone find out the truth, no matter what. Later, Emily overheard students talking about her encounter with Sophia. "Did you see Emily yelling at her mother this morning?" one girl said, shaking her head. "How embarrassing." "She's always trying to act like she's better than us," another added. "Bike girl thinks she's important." The rumors stung, but Emily held her head high. She knew the truth, even if the others didn't. Meanwhile, Sophia, Vanessa, and James sat together in the cafeteria, laughing as they spread more gossip about Emily. "Can you believe her?" Sophia said with a fake laugh. "She's so desperate to seem perfect." James chuckled. "I'll say, she probably thinks standing up to you makes her brave." Vanessa leaned in, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "It's pathetic, really. She'll never fit in here." Sophia smirked, satisfied, but deep down she knew Emily's calm strength made her look weak in comparison, and she hated it. As the days went on, the bullying intensified. Students whispered behind Emily's back, made fun of her clothes, and called her names. But Emily refused to let them see her falter. She reminded herself of her father's words. "Your worth isn't in what others think. It's in what you do." Despite everything, Emily stayed focused. She didn't know how long she could endure the cruelty, but she knew one thing for sure. She wouldn't let Sophia's lies define her.